Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode of my ARK Survival Evolved. This episode is going to be another breeding update because I've pretty much started my Rexes from fresh. The mutations were going all a bit weird and I think I know why, and I just sort of did it all in the wrong order, so I've started it again and we're started from fresh. Megatheriums I've just kind of given up with, and I couldn't be bothered to do it again, so I've literally just bred together. Well, I've bred them together until I had enough where I have 20. I think 20 is the max you can take to a boss. The brood mother I don't think should be too difficult for these because of the massive boost that they get, so I'm hoping I won't need to mutate any, and I'm just going to take these 20 with me when we go ahead for the brood mother, and then we're going to see how it goes, and hopefully that will be a bit better. Starting fresh on the Rexes, I actually found a better male and a better female, and through breeding, so my perfect male at the moment is a level 199. So this is unmutated, and all of my Rexes are unmutated at the moment. And the so the stats are a bit off because it's been imprinted, which I don't get how that works. I think there must be like an imprinting mechanic where you don't need to do anything and it's just sort of being near them or in like close proximity, because it didn't have like the little dummy thing which usually indicates you need to do an action like feeding or feeding, taking it for a walk, or giving it a cuddle or anything like that. And sort of just when I was in its inventory I could see the imprinting going up, so that's gone up, so the stats are a bit skewed, but I have them written down. So the perfect Rex out of what I was breeding should have 7,920 health, 1,512 stamina, 790 weight, 420 melee damage. So that's what we're going for. Now we've got the perfect male. This one's not actually breeding anymore. I think that was one of my original females, which had lower health. It had that max stamina. It had that max melee damage. It was just the health and the weight it was missing, which was on the original male, which I don't think I have anymore. I think I got rid of because it would have been a 172 as well. But yeah, so that's my perfect male. These two females are pretty much perfect, and they're just missing the weight. They've got 710 instead of 790, so I'm trying to get some more perfect females, which I'll then breed with the perfect male, and then that's what I'm going to start using to get mutations. But yeah, my mutation counters are a bit off on the Rexes, so the last sort of mutations I got, I ended up with like 3 matrilineal and 1 patrilineal, and I don't know, even though some of the mutations weren't really doing anything, and then like every egg that was hatching, the mutation counter was just going up, and it was really weird, so I've decided to start from fresh, kind of using a guide that I've seen, and I'm hoping this will work a bit better. So hopefully one of these is going to contain my perfect female, but let's go ahead and get these hatched up. So I don't think any of these are going to be my perfect female. So from what I've gathered, levels sort of indicate what type of stats I'm looking for, so I'm assuming I'd be looking for another 199. This 201 is going to be mutated. Yeah, so it's got a mutation there, so I don't want you yet anyway, because I need to get mutations from 2 perfect dinosaurs. This one is actually perfect, and it's not mutated, but I think this was a male. Yeah, so I don't need the male anyway. So So this one's missing weight and it's a male as well. Oh, and that's also a male, which I don't need, so that kind of sucks. Anyway, so I'm just going to keep getting eggs, hatching eggs, and so yeah, I've just totally spaced out and muddled up all my words. So I'm going to keep getting eggs and hatching them and trying to get the stats for my perfect females, and then I'm going to replace all of those. Then I'm going to start hatching eggs to try and get mutations, which I'll only be accepting mutations on the health and melee stats. And then I'm going to try and muddle my way from there and hope it goes a bit better. So with my Megatheriums, I will end up cryopodding all of these, but I'm just sort of leaving these out so they can get some passive levels, and then I will start leveling all of these up in health and melee damage, and then fingers crossed we'll be able to take the brood mother on in a couple of episodes. Yeah, I'm not too sure when we're going to take on the brood mother, but it is coming. This is going to be the army to do it. I have faith that these will be able to do it without an issue, just solely because of the huge bonus that these get. I wasn't really planning on doing another episode with sort of taming Rexes, but because of how weird it kind of went and the fact that I needed to start it from scratch again, I figured I might as well get it recorded and then take you through the process of what I'm trying to do to get these bred and mutated into a couple of Super Rexes. And I figured I'd try and take you along that journey of me learning how to do it. And fingers crossed this batch will go a bit better than the last one. And yeah, we'll kind of have to just wait and see how it goes. Right, we've got a good batch of dinos. Lots of level 199s, which is what I'm expecting in terms of like my perfect ones. Let's just check this 190, which is a male anyway. It is actually a perfect one. 190? That must be still not mutated, but yeah, okay. I still don't fully understand how all of this works, but right. So you're a female. Okay, you lot need to stop. Please stop moving. Please. Right. Right, that's better. So you're a male, which I don't want anyway. Oh, I really shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's kill them after. Kill them after. There you go. Right, so you're a perfect female. Great. You are also perfect female. I didn't actually look at seeing this as a female. It was a female. Okay, so both perfect, and I need to get these out before they grow too big. Oh, cool. Perfect. Right. Then, yeah, I want to disable mating. Right, let's just double check again, just to make sure they've got no mutations yet. So, right, so yeah, both of them perfect females. That is a perfect male. None of them have mutations, and all of them have the perfect stats based on the new Rexes that I got to start off the breeding. So they both have a mix of the highest stats available, and now I'm going to breed these perfect ones together to then get the dino. See, this is what I mean. It's got like a fist bump icon on there, and yeah, so it's like just sort of being near it seems to be imprinting. I've not really looked into that. I've not noticed it before. I thought imprinting was like the only way to imprint was to perform actions like feeding and cuddling and going on walks and things like that, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all. Hopefully this isn't a mistake, but I'm going to just kill off the other ones that I now do not, that I believe I do not need. And then yeah, we're gonna clear these out and get these ones into position, and then we'll be back in a bit. Right, so they are both in position. This one's probably a little too close, to be honest, as it grows up, but that'll be fine, and I can deal with that when it's grown up, and I'll be able to put a saddle on it and I can move it back a little bit, but that should be the basic gist of where it needs to be. And then we will enable mating. So when these grow up, all new dinos that hatch, all new Rexes that hatch should all have the quote-unquote perfect stats, and then I'll just be looking out for mutated dinos with mutations in health and melee damage. Fingers crossed that works, as I believe it does. And I mean, you can probably tell I've got like my growth rates ridiculously increased. You can actually see it slowly growing. It kind of looks like it just glitches bigger. I've also got the mating timer like ridiculously low as well, so it takes, I think it's just like 2 minutes between each mating. So yeah, that's helping me in terms of the breeding, especially since I sort of restarted everything, and because I'm new to breeding anyway, and I don't want to be waiting realistically months to get anywhere with this, because like standard settings, that's pretty much how long it would take. It would take months to get anywhere decent in terms of that, and I don't really plan on spending that long doing this, especially when I'm playing on my own. And yeah, I think we'll come back when these are fully grown and we've got a couple of eggs, and hopefully we'll get something. Right, so that pair of perfect females are fully grown, and I've just got my first 2 eggs from them. I actually had another egg left over, which ended up being another perfect female, so I put that out here. If I get some more females, I'll probably get them out here as well, just to sort of speed up the mutation process. But we are going to see if these eggs are ready to hatch. No, so I literally did only just get them, so they're still incubating, and we'll come back to these when they're ready to hatch, and we'll see what kind of ones we get out of it. Right, so our eggs are ready, and I've also got another one in there now. The eggs are ready, so let's go ahead. And to be fair, I'm not really expecting anything. Both of these should be 199, which they are. And we've got one female, so this should just be perfect stats, which they are. And yeah, so I'll kill off this male. That female is gonna... Oh yeah, I changed what the gun was. That one. Yeah, and then I'll take the female out with me and line it up next to this other one over here. Whoa, goodness, a bit. Yeah, and I'll keep sort of doing this, I think, until I have 6 females, so I'll have 3 on either side, and then that will be sort of my lineup for getting mutations. And yeah, in terms of mutations, I don't really know sort of what I'm going for, so realistically how to go about what I'm going for, if that makes any sense. Like, I know I need, oh, that's gonna be really close. Okay, let's just bring you to this side. Yeah, so I know I want melee damage and health, but in terms of like getting melee damage and health, that's where I sort of, okay, all of these are getting really close, but that's fine, so we'll just leave you there. And did I even, I did turn off wandering. When did I turn off wandering? I don't know. But we'll enable mating on you. We'll give you some meat. Lost what I was saying again. So yeah, in terms of mutations and getting, so like getting the best health slash melee damage Rex, just like I don't fully understand how the mutations work within breeding, in the sense of, so I'm pretty sure you get whatever mutation that you want, so whether it be on health or melee damage, and then you would then breed that dino. You want like a female one of that, and then you'll breed that with your male again, and then use that to get the second mutation, and then you would use that one to then breed with your male to get the third, and then I'm assuming you just keep going like that. So, and I'm not sure like how selective I'm gonna want to be in terms of getting that health and melee damage, like how much of a split I want between health and melee damage, and how far I want to go with the mutations and things like that. That's just going to be sort of figured out as I go along, I think, and hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm not going to kill off the perfect male or the perfect females. The perfect male, I believe, needs to just stay there, and then that is the base of all of my mutations, and then any mutation I get needs to be on a female, and then I use that to breed with the male, and then effectively you can get unlimited mutations on it, from what I understand, as long as they're all sort of on one side of the table. So if you have a look in your mutations, you've got matrilineal and patrilineal, so as long as all your mutations end up on the matrilineal side, you can effectively go over that 20 and keep getting mutations. So that is sort of the aim that I'm going for, but I don't want to kill off any of the perfect base dinosaurs, just in case I do need to sort of start from scratch again, and I will have that base to work from, and it will just be sort of trial and error. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to keep going until I have at least 6 of each side, or until I get a mutation. Whichever comes first, we will see. Right, so we've got our 6 perfect females. We've only been through about another 4 eggs, so it's not too bad. And hopefully these will all be grown up soon. This one should be, and it is. So I just want to saddle you up. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of maneuver them around a bit better when they're fully grown. So I'm waiting on that one over there, and then we've got this one, which is a new one, and then I've got this one over here that still needs to grow as well. once they're all fully grown, these will start churning out eggs like crazy because of the sliders that I've got on, and hopefully we shall have some mutated Rexes in no time. So I just hatched a bunch of eggs. We got one that's kind of a cool colour, although it's not a mutation, it's just kind of cool. I don't know, I like it. It's the green, which is fairly common for the Rexes that I'm hatching at the moment, but I like the little red underbelly. It's the first one I've seen of those, but yeah, no mutations yet. So we've got a bunch of eggs all sort of saved up. I've only really been sort of AFK about 20 minutes, which actually, speaking of, I need to eat a little bit. But yeah, so these are churning out eggs, and I am carrying too many now. Well, let's just dump 2 there, and I'm just going to see if any of these produce anything interesting. One of those had twins in it, which is nice. So, no, all of these are level 199, so none of these have mutations. Although, actually, that's just the first batch. I think there was another couple that I couldn't pick up from the hatchery, so we'll try those ones as well. So yeah, gone through all of those eggs. These are all level 199s, so no mutations yet. Now we'll keep on going. So I had enough of the dinos kind of going underneath my stairs, so I have made up some sloped roofs, and I will just get those blocked off like that. So now hopefully they shouldn't be able to go underneath the stairs. They shouldn't be able to go behind the air conditioners like they have been as well. They'll still be able to go around that and get stuck, and I imagine they'll still be able to go in here and get stuck like they sometimes do, but other than that it's somewhat baby proofed, and I will leave it at that for now. Right, we've got our first mutation, I believe. Well, actually, technically second mutation. But let's go ahead and just get these other ones killed off, because they're not going to be of any use. It's sad that I didn't get a nice colour mutation on it, but that's fine. You just stay where you are, please. Thank you. And let's take a look. So it's not in anything decent. I don't really know what the oxygen food or just oxygen or food were. The only stat that can get a mutation that doesn't really show anything is movement speed, so it's entirely likely that mutation went into movement speed. So yeah, it definitely got a mutation, but I just don't know what it was on. It's not on melee damage, it's not on health, so I don't care and I don't want it. And also, colour mutations are a bit weird and can be a bit weird because it's based on the colour regions of dinos, and it will randomly mutate one or multiple of those colour regions, but not all dinos show all colour regions, but some mutations will affect colour regions that aren't shown. So an example that I've seen used a lot is like a dodo uses all 6 colour regions, so if you get a colour mutation you will definitely see it on a dodo, whereas a Rex I don't believe shows all colour regions. No, so Rex doesn't show all colour regions, it only shows 4 out of the 6. So that one, it could have either been just like a really bland colour, so obviously you wouldn't really tend to notice it as much, or it could have been that it was in a colour region that is not shown on a T-Rex, so you just don't see the colour at all. But yeah, so we got our first mutated Rex out of all of our perfect dinos, and it's not one that we want to use, so moving on. Right, so we've actually got our first mutation, our first actual one that we want to keep. So it was 420 melee damage and it's gone up to 434, and actually we don't want to keep that because that's a mutation from the male. No, never mind, we're not keeping that one. Right, so we're back and I've got my first mutation that I want, which is in health. I've switched up the game plan a little bit. Which would mean I don't want this actually. Crap. Hey everyone, so we're back and we've got our first mutation which we want to keep. It's in health and this is a male. I've since sort of watched another video on breeding which has sort of changed up my game plan of what I want to do. So I want to try and get my mutations in the male. I want to keep my base females just as base ones essentially, and then I just want to keep swapping out the male, and then the male is going to be the breeder for the mutations. So this one I've just named it Health 1. It's first mutation in health, and then what I saw in this video is just to now use this male to breed with the other females, and then I just want to focus on getting health mutations, and then what I want to do later on is go back to my base pairs and find like a melee, then find a melee mutation and then use that to breed, and then carry on getting melee mutations, and then at the end do the same thing that you do to get all the base pairs, which is keep breeding until you get all of the strongest stats, and then from there we should have a perfect dino and a bunch of perfect Rexes, and that is the goal. So I need to switch out the Rex, but I feel like it's going to be too close to everything and I'm not going to be able to maneuver you out. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh no, we're good. Right, I thought I'd unfollowed you, but apparently not. Oh, actually, because I think I've got a whistle group on. That would be why. Okay, let's keep moving you out. Then I don't know how I'm gonna get this guy in. Probably gonna let you grow, and then I'll try and put the saddle on to bring it back in. Yeah. But anyway, so we're gonna start breeding up with that one, and then through that we're gonna try getting the health mutations to build up health mutations until we can't get any more, so until we get the 20, and then we'll go into melee, and then I might do some stamina because the stamina's not really great. It's, what is it, 1512, so it's not great, but it's also not particularly necessary because majority of the work is gonna be done by the dinos I'm not riding, so I don't think the stamina stat comes into play. But yeah, I'm not too sure, so we might as well just do a little bit of stamina on the rest. Move you back a little bit, and then I think I want to move that end one back a little. I can't remember, did I get a color? I think I got a colour on this. I think it's meant to be like blue on the under. I think it's got like a blue belly. I can't really tell in this light, but yeah, it's kind of cool. But that is the overall game plan that I'm going with now on my Rexes, so I'm going to continue with that unless something significant changes, or until I get to the end of this little chain of breeding. So when I get to the end of my health mutations, then I might bring you all back. Until then, I think I'm going to leave that there. Just real quick as well, I have actually sort of streamlined my hatching process to a point, so I'll imprint on my mutated ones, because the mutated ones will always go up 2 levels from your base pair. So the base is always 199, or my base is always 199, so I'd be looking for anything that is 201. From the one that I'm breeding at the moment, it's 201, so I'll be looking at anything that's 203 and above, because you do get multiple mutations on the odd occasion. But that doesn't look like I think I just pressed F by accident and picked some eggs up. But yeah, rather than just imprinting on everything and then using my dino gun, I decided to cryopod my... Oh, I don't want to consume that. I decided to cryopod my baryonyx in here, and then I'm just using that. Right, I'm stuck. Very much stuck. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, wait, no. If they just open up a gap? No. There we go. Well, okay, so that one wasn't as streamlined, but usually it goes a bit better than that. Right, so I forgot to do an outro on my video, but we're going to end the episode there. If you enjoyed me trying to wade my way through the breeding and trying to learn the mechanics, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hopefully in a future video we could go like a bit more in depth onto sort of actually how to breed and the mechanics of the mutations and levels and sort of things you should be doing and things you want to avoid. I wouldn't really be taking notes at this point because I'm still sort of learning as I go, and I'm not 100% clear on everything that is going on within what I'm trying to do, and I'm just sort of adapting as and when things go wrong. So, yeah, until next time, see ya.